Okay, so I think we're finally back going on the right track again. Down 0.7 pounds, which doesn't sound like much, but it is a good bit from the last couple of days. Sorry, for the last couple of days, I have been, I wouldn't say stalling. Maybe I was in my own head, maybe overreacting a little bit. But so yesterday, I skipped the breakfast, and like I think I've done that a couple of days this week. I haven't been hungry at breakfast. I think maybe it's from fasting or intermittent fasting. I'd always skip the breakfast, and it just got to the stage where I never eat a breakfast. It was just normal not to eat a breakfast. But I think that's another reason I was looking for a different diet, because like I want to sit down with the kids in the morning and have the breakfast, and same with dinner. I want to be able to sit down and have the dinner with the kids, which is I think is very important. Just to sit at the table together as a family. So, and I couldn't really do that all the time, or maybe not even half the time when I was fasting or intermittent fasting. Sometimes I just wouldn't be able to sit at the table with everyone eating. Other times I just hadn't anything to eat. So as anyone knows that's done fasting, it's a bit antisocial. But that's not the whole reason, but that is one of the reasons. So I skipped breakfast anyway this morning because I wasn't hungry. Genuinely wasn't hungry, so I just skipped breakfast. At lunch I had snake juice with rice. I had 2 bags of rice. I had a bag of rice with veg, because like all week I was pop fasting, not 100% strict pop fasting. I was throwing in a few packets of Haribo and an apple here and there, but like 80% pop fasting. And for me, I found it hard going with like not having, and I think even before, well, with over the last, it's what's day 43 now. So there's been a lot of fruit, a lot of smoothies, and not a lot of anything else, to be honest. So I think I was feeling it yesterday, and I just said, look, I'm having some rice. And I'll get through with what I ate first, and then I'll just go into with the background of it. So yeah, I had a drink of snake juice, and 2 bags of rice with veg. Then before dinner, before I went to bed, sorry, I'm a little bit disorientated with all this going on, but I'm getting back to myself today, to be honest. But I had a bowl of Frosties before bed with skim milk and 2 spoons of sugar and a packet of Haribo. So like I said, I wanted I wanted to eat something last night, to be honest, like as in say substantial, but I said, okay, I'll leave it to the Frosty Flakes. They taste nice and they feel good when they're going down, when you're eating them. So I was surprised then this morning. I woke up and it was a loss, a 0.7 of a pound loss, which is great, because the other days, like I said, I wasn't going down that much. But I was having to think about things today. And the reason I went on the pop fast for the last 5 days, or the last 5 or 6 days, well, it wasn't much of a pop fast yesterday. The 5 days before that was that I was getting, and I dropped about maybe 3 or 4 pounds in 1 week, down to 215. I was down to 215 pounds, and things were going good, and I was really on the skeleton city train. And so then I started to decide I'll do the pop fast. I was trying to force the weight. I was trying to force it that I'll get more and more and more losses, and I'll keep getting losses, and I'll keep getting losses. I suppose I was getting carried away, because really I wasn't really doing it for instant. Like I wasn't doing it as I'm doing it as a lifestyle. So that's not really what a lifestyle is. So I think I was going a bit overboard. and then when I didn't get the results I was looking for from the pop fast, Killian is after coming in there now.
Can I put this on charge?
I'm in the middle of a video, but you can afterwards. I'll unplug it, alright?
Okay.
Alright. So that was Killian, that was my son Killian there. But so anyway, where was I? I was in the middle of I decided to do the pop fast because I wanted to speed up the process. I wanted to, I'm getting great losses here on the scale, so I want to keep it going. I want to keep it going now. I'm getting a bit carried away with the channel, as well as in like it was getting all about the channel, and I wanted these losses to show people on the channel, you know. So like being honest about it, but that's was never really what it was about for me. It was always about being accountable. And of course it's great to get good losses and give people a bit of confidence in the sugar diet, because that's what I'm trying to do as well anyway, because I feel it works. So but I was pushing it, and it didn't feel right to push it. And then when I didn't get any kind of dropping the scale for the pop fast, because there's a lot involved I think with the pop fast, especially where I was coming from. I'm trying to make this as less confusing as possible for it to explain it, but I was after losing a lot of weight, like 20 pounds, and then I went on the pop fast to lose even more. So of course, whatever was going on in my body, maybe it was like I've lost the 20 pounds, now it just wants to chill for a little while at that weight. But I was sort of forcing it, and I was drinking a lot of snake juice, and maybe I was holding a bit of water, and like it didn't work that well for the 5 days. So look, it's a process, and I was putting a bit too much pressure on myself to get results, and then when I stopped putting pressure on myself, the results have started coming back again. Say, I'm happy with 0.7 of a pound of a drop. Like, I'm sure, like Cole says, that it has a lot to do with raw water retention. The salt is such a big thing in weight loss, and when you're, like he's saying, rev the salt up to the nuts. So I'm drinking a good bit of salt now, and like obviously you're going to hold a little bit of water. So the way Cole says it, just keep the salt topped up, and you're going to hold a little bit of water, but you're going to just go down at that level. You might be holding an extra 2 or 3 pounds, but it'll just gradually go down from that, and you'll always hold the 2 or 3 pounds until you stop drinking the salt, and then you can flush it out. But so that's what I'm going to do now, and I'm happy with a 0.7 of a pound loss or whatever, because who knows, it can be water weight or it might not be water weight, you know. But I like I'm keeping a close eye on the calories as well, so I know if I'm not going over a certain amount, like say 1,700 or even 2,000, but if I'm not going over 1,700, I cannot be putting on weight. So even if it reads on the scale that I am, it's not actual fat. So yeah, like it is a lot of learning, and you have to be, I suppose, consistent. And like, no matter what the weight is, I'm going to come on here and I'm going to show the weight or whatever, and I'm going to I'm just going to say it the way it is. But I think the last couple of days, seems that it didn't go the way I planned it to go. I was expecting this big loss from the pop fast, and I'll never rule out anything. I might try a pop fast again at some other time. Maybe it was a bad time to do it when I lost 20 pounds and then do a pop fast. But so yeah, it's learning every day with this. It's learning every day, but it's definitely going the right way for me, because I can feel my clothes. My belt is on the last button now, so it's like I'm gonna have to get a new belt. So that's a good sign. All like t-shirts are fitting me much better. Like there was a t-shirt last week, I tried on a t-shirt and it was too tight for me. I didn't feel comfortable in it, so I left it off. This morning I put on the same t-shirt and it fit me not perfect, but really a big difference. So, and that was after the scale showing not really much of a loss for the whole week, but my clothes showing something totally different. So yeah, look, so I know, and even listening to Cole, it's a bit of peace of mind. Like he's explaining how do the measurements or whatever, even if the scale isn't going down, but the scale is going down again, and I was nearly at a new low this morning. So hopefully tomorrow we'll hit the new low. But like whether we do or we don't, I'm just going to keep tracking the calories to a certain extent, keep tracking the weight every morning, and keep doing a little daily update every day, because it helps me too. Just I have to write down a few things that I've done, what I've ate. It really puts it in my mind exactly what I've ate, what the weight was, and how to adjust it or not to adjust it, whatever way it goes. So yeah, it's been good. It's been good, and it's going back the right way again. And yeah, we'll just keep going. We'll keep going, and like thank you. I want to thank everyone for commenting, because I got a lot of support over the last 2 days. I think people, even my girlfriend, was she was very supportive. Lisa, thank you, Lisa, for supporting me through that, and actually just pulling me aside a little bit. And she goes, "Listen, it's about like it's not about how much you can lose in a certain amount of time, even though that's what people want to see." And that's what I want to do as well. But really, it's about keeping myself accountable and getting to my goal weight, whatever way that is. So, yeah, I think you need, I think doing it for me anyway, just doing these vlogs or doing these daily updates or whatever, and looking at everybody else's channel, and just you get really, you need to take a step back at sometimes and just go, everything is going great. I'm really happy with the way things are going, and I feel good. I feel better. I feel more confident because I look better, and yes, it's all positive. So, and I thanks everyone for subscribing and for commenting, because it really gives me a lot of support and a lot of push to keep going forward, and I appreciate it so much. So look, onwards and upwards, and or downward, onwards and downwards. That's the way we want to go from now on. So we'll see you tomorrow.